Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
So yesterday we talked about the approach of the inner apprentice or the fellow craft or the master mason in terms of not being offensive or defensive frames of mind or perspectives into the lodge. I want to talk today about the three knocks and what they kind of mean in terms of how that's a perspective for you and your work. Like all of the sort of symbolism in Freemasonry, the benefits here are huge if you give them just a little bit of reflection. And so the three knocks that you are alerted with on the door have their Masonic signification, right? And each one means something a little bit different. So the seek and ye shall find sort of element of the inquiring mind or the inquisitive mind is really interesting. But when you start to think about that seek and ye shall find as a perspective, you start to understand very quickly that in order to find something, you have to know what you're looking for. And that's a trick. You need to, if you can't articulate the nature of the problem you are trying to solve, you are at best seeking a vague understanding or a vague solution. So seek and ye shall find has a lot more going for it than you might think. Ask and it shall be given to you is a similar kind of sentiment. When you ask for something, how often in your life have you gotten it and it's not the thing you needed? If you're like me, and you grew up in a sort of Western society, you'll find that the magic pill is always available for sale to solve the next big problem. And so when you get that, you find that it doesn't solve your problem and you have not asked the right question, you have not sought the right thing. So even these kind of light symbols, these easy kind of almost fortune cookie level wisdom that gets thrown away, has a ton of additional kind of insight there just at the other side of some reflection. And then knock and it shall be made open unto you. That one is really kind of a superior thought process when it comes to the three knocks. And what I mean by that is it's the only one that requires sort of a meaningful outreach. Knock and it shall be made open unto you is implicit in that is that you are not only connecting that the doors to you are currently closed. Everything else, kind of seek and ye shall find and ask and it should be given to you, is a fairly open kind of perspective. The knock and it shall be made open unto you, really that behind closed doors kind of model that somebody else has the secret or the answer or something that they want to tell you, but they're not going to be able to until you knock. Really speaks to some additional kind of valuable places for self-inquiry and some valuable points of discovery for you in your Masonic conversations. When you are looking to solve a problem in your day-to-day life, apply these three knocks to your kind of mental headspace as you try and solve those problems and see where you are in asking for help, or are you trying to solve the right problem, or do you need the knowledge, insight, access, relationships of some other person to help you get from point A to point B.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see, or here, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at masonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.